Hi guys, it's Inspirational Nails, and I'm here to do a review on a stamper that a lot of people have been asking me. I posted a video right before this one where I was reviewing the Uber Chic mat that you see in front of you. That's why you see the little fingers here. You can't see it all because it's a pretty big mat. But when I was doing the video, I showed this stamper. Okay, and as you see, it is pretty big. I mean, look what size it is compared to my hand. Okay, and I am going to show you compared to more of the smaller stampers here. And instead of, going through and kind of answering the questions, I really just wanted to do a video so that you can really see how this stamper works and compare it. If you look at how small these are here, this is one of them. I'm not sure if it's going to stay up or not, but here's another one. These are all the smaller ones. This one's a little bit bigger, okay, but of course it's nowhere near compared to this monster stamper. Okay, now I will tell you that before I go into where I got this stamper from, I'm going to tell you the first stamper that I did receive. Okay, and the first stamper that was sent to me was this one here. And this one I was sent to actually review it, okay? And I just, not to review it on camera actually, but just to see if it would work before they kind of, release them. And it's absolutely horrible, this stamper head, okay? If I'm going to compare it, this one, as you can see, it's very, very firm. Okay, it is a different type of material. This one's almost like a rubbery versus this is more silicone. And you can see how much more softer this is just by me pushing. It's still semi-firm, but it does have definitely much more traction, and it also is sticky. Not quite as sticky as some other stampers, but it does have enough stickiness that it is very good when it comes to picking up images. Now, with this one here, I have not even used this at all in checking to see if it picks up the image. Why? Because I have this one. This is the same stamper head as this one here, okay? And as you see, I've used it to test it out, and it was horrible. Now, I'm not sure if you are going to be able to see how disastrous this actual stamper is. Do you see all the peeling of this stamper head? I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, and I'm going to tell you why and what happened. So move this one over to the side. This stamper head was made very poorly. Whatever it's made out of, it's not like what we're used to with any of the stampers I've ever experienced, okay? And the reason is because, of course, you're not going to be able to fully maybe stamp all your nails quite as well with this type of a stamper head, just because it doesn't have that much ability to maneuver all the way around to all your nails, unless your nails are really, really flat, to be able to get to all of them to try to do it right onto your nails. But what these are great for, especially being like this, is great for decals, because you can go ahead and stamp an image and actually take a clear coat and clear coat the whole thing, peel it, and you can do multiple nails, especially when you're using infinity images, okay, like this one here, okay, where you have a whole image here. How beautiful is it to go ahead and stamp that whole image right onto the stamper head, put a top coat on it, and peel it off, and be able to, lay it on all your nails and be able to cut it up, and it just be so much easier than doing it on something as small as this here. Okay, now I will tell you that off the bat, I kind of decided to try to put a coat of clear coat on top of this before I even stamped, to see if it would pick up the image, because when I tried it the first time, it didn't pick up the image at all. It was not working. So I tried to do a different method, which is to put a clear coat on top and then stamp the image, put another clear coat, and then peel it off, okay? Well, the minute that I put a clear coat on this, it totally ate the actual rubber from the stamper. It actually peeled off the rubber. It was disgusting. It was like really tacky and sticky because it melted basically. It was really, really weird. And I thought maybe it was because of the top coat that I was using, which didn't make sense to me because I've used it so many other times, and it has never caused me a problem at all. So I'm like, okay. So I tried multiple different ones. I tried about 3 or 4. Same thing. It would peel off the actual layers of the rubber. So however this was made, it was very, very poorly made. In no way, shape, or form, I've never had a stamper even do that. None of them. And I have a lot of stampers, and I haven't had an issue with one of them to do that type of peeling. And as I'm rubbing here, it's because it's so already peeled so much that it's just so rough. Now, some people went ahead and thought when they first got it, because Messy Mansion had reviewed this stamper and said it was absolutely horrible. And at the same time, I had just received it and was like, oh boy. So I thought I would try that type of technique to maybe take off that shine layer. Once I took off the shine layer did come off easy. And then I thought, okay, I'll be good. Well, as I said, once I started putting a clear coat on top, and it would not even stamp unless I put a clear coat first and then stamped. So if you are getting these, if you are buying them, they are a waste of money. Please do not buy them. Most of them you can get from AliExpress. It is not worth it. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you know, it just needs buffing and you can pick it up. The stamper itself is horrible. This is just, it's not worth it, okay? So, I am going to show you on this one. This one's brand new. I haven't done anything to this one at all. Haven't taken off the shine. I haven't done anything to it. Okay, and then you have this one. Now, this one comes from Jolie Polish, and they are from Etsy. She's on Etsy. Okay, and I did purchase this, and I absolutely am in love with this stamper. She has some amazing stamping products that she sells on her Etsy site. I have not been able to, this was my first, purchase that I've purchased from her. But I know from many of the ladies that have, are very into stamping, they have bought many stuff from her and they really love her product. So I know that she has really good stuff, and I took a chance to see how the stamper would, do. And I'm really glad I actually purchased it. If I take off the silicone base, it is very thick, okay? And that's another thing that I've noticed, even on the ones that are coming out now from AliExpress. I do have a friend that has one that she bought from AliExpress, and it's not as thick as this, actually. It's a little bit skinnier. If I'm going to compare it to that other one, it's about the same. But the one that she got from AliExpress was actually much thinner than this. It was not as, it was soft, but for some reason it was very, I don't know how to explain. Almost like when she picks up the image, the image just doesn't come out as clear. She tried prepping it and everything, and it looks like it would be a good stamper, but it's just not holding up to how it should pick up. So I was a little worried, and then when I got this one here, I compared it to hers, and she actually purchased this one from Jolie Polish, and because this is really a really good stamper. Okay, so I'm going to show you what these bad boys can do. So the first thing is I have my roller here. Because I've been touching it so much, I'm just going to go ahead and just clean it, make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, and it's ready to be stamped. This one here, I'm going to do the same, even though it's not going to make a difference at all. Okay. The plate that I'm going to use is from the Y series, and this is Y001. I'm going to use this image right here because it's an infinity image. You'll be able to see how the whole entire image picks up. Okay, so I just have my piece of paper here. Now, with the Jolie Polish stamper, it comes with 2 of these scrapers. Okay, and they're pretty cool. They're really big. I actually have 2 other ones here. These are black and white. These came with the pink one here. Okay. Now, Jolie Polish stamper head also came with a piece of Mr. Clean sponge. Okay, and she writes on it, "No alcohol on stamper head," of course, because you don't want to ruin the stamper head at all. But if you use the Mr. Clean, if you need to take off the shine, I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't had to do any buffing to it. So I want to go ahead and scrape so you could see this image. I am going to test out these. I know how they work. They actually work really well. So I am going to use it for this so you guys can see how it works. There's definitely a way of, you want to make sure you get the right side, which this is the right side, in order to make sure you push that nail polish across. Now, whenever you're doing an infinity image, you really want to make sure, if you're going to use a large stamper like this, you're gonna have to put a lot of polish onto your plate so that you can really get that entire image. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape, and you see that? Okay. I'm going to take my stamper. And you do have to use the roll technique, okay? And as you see, look at how beautiful that is. And it's actually this way. And I want to make sure that you can really see the detail. Now, there is some area here that it didn't pick up correctly, like right there. Okay? But other than that, it's beautiful. Actually, I don't think that that's the case. Oh, that's right. It is fine. At first, I thought that there was an issue right here, but there isn't. That's just the way the image is, because it's almost like a 2-part on this plate here. So it actually is perfect. And it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the heart. I love that little heart right there. Okay, and now I'm going to stamp it on here, just so that you can see. And there it is. And as you can see, there's a break line. You see how there's a break line right there? So that's really like a 2-part image that's on there. Wow, so pretty. Okay, now I'm just gonna clean the rest of this off. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this part of the image, okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with this stamper. And to be honest, it's really a waste of time, but I do want to show you because that's the purpose of this video, is to compare, right? Okay, so I put, again, a lot in order to be able to get everything on to this. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Okay, well, actually, I'm kind of amazed that it actually picked up. Okay, now, of course, this, once you go ahead and put some type of clear coat or you keep on stamping, it ain't gonna work. But probably to transfer it, oh, okay, there we go. You see that? It just doesn't even want to come off the stamper head. You see that? It's crazy. And that's exactly the issue I had with the other one, okay? It just doesn't come off. And when you put a clear coat on it to take off the image, that's when the thing just starts falling apart and starts peeling. So, I do not recommend, if you have this white type of rubbery stamper head on this big base, you need to not buy it. And if you have it, do what I do. Don't use it. So I hope that you did enjoy this video and found it informative. I will link Jolie Polish, her website, down below, so you can check it out. I want to say it runs around $12, $12 or $13. Definitely well worth it. It's a great stamper, and as I said, it works really well. And I've tried it with clear coat on top, and I've peeled it off, and it works amazing. So until next one, bye guys.